My name is George Chase Jr. I am the owner of the Rockside Tavern, and this will be my first experience going to Momentum. I hear church and I groan, I think stale. So I'm really hoping that this breaks that mold for me.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Peachy, how are you?
Great. This your first time?
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Will.
Hi, Will. I'm George. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, George. Just go right on in, make a left, grab some coffee, some snacks, whatever, and then the theater straight ahead is the service.
I can smell the popcorn. This is so weird.
Hi, George. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
All right, grab the Bibles at the end of those if you would, and turn to 1 Samuel 17. And so this guy Goliath comes down. He's taunting Israel. He's huge. He's 9'9".
I just had my first experience with Momentum. I was very impressed with, first of all, the warmth that people wanted to be here. From the second that I got out of my car, it was a little jittery, but Will greeted me and shook my hand and gave me paper and smiled, and immediately that was just a great warmth, like, oh, hey, there's somebody outside who wants me to be here. I thought there'd be more audience participation. There were times when Shannon would try to clap and people didn't clap along, and it was kind of like, well, I feel like I should clap, but nobody else is clapping, so I'm not gonna clap. I know very little about Mo groups, other than food and good people. I don't know what to expect. Going in there slightly with my guard up, just kind of, what do I say, what do I do? Are people gonna think less of me if I debate with them?
My name's Nicole. What's your name?
Hi, Nicole, I'm George.
Hi, nice to meet you, George.
No, I've never done anything
He's not gonna like
Mo-ish.
or anything. He told me the truth.
I know. Wow.
Yahtzee!
It's cool, like how God, he provided for David, so it's kind of like God is not even mentioned in the story.
If he came in there and said, do you have any sword, big sword, maybe Goliath used to have it, it'd be like, hey, he's looking for Goliath's sword. There are a lot of cool people, and that was the first thing that really made me feel warm and okay, like, oh, this is gonna be fun, doesn't matter what I say, or these people are going to accept me for my beliefs and my thoughts on different subjects. It wasn't awkward, it wasn't that outsider feeling at all. It was very warm, very comforting. It was a lot of fun and just great people, and it made it very easy to melt right into that group. It wasn't just a one person leading and telling you this is what you're supposed to get from scripture or this is what you're supposed to get from the Bible, but it was kind of each of us interpreting it our own way and kind of putting it together and talking about it. And it made it so like we were discovering God, or we were discovering meaning in the scriptures or meaning in the Bible. It wasn't a directed type of event, but it was much more of a, well, what do you think? What do you think? So the third part of the Momentum mission statement was serving the world. And I helped out with that by taking some bottles of water to different locations and a couple different bars, with the hopes that if somebody is feeling down or somebody is depressed, that maybe a free bottle of water that has Momentum Christian Church written on it might open their eyes and say, hey, maybe this is something I can check out. Well, even if that case of water only helps one person or gives one person the feeling of, hey, maybe this is something I could do, or maybe this is something I should look into, it's worth it. And, you quench their thirst for that moment, and you did something good for somebody, and maybe that's it. Take care. I don't want to be cheesy, but it's all true. It's just, like I said, it's been a long time since I've been excited about church and been excited about God. A couple of years back, I lost my brother 10 days before Christmas, and 8 months later I lost my mom. I lost my uncle as well a few months after my mom. When everything else happened in the last few years, I just really drifted from God. I don't have to go through it alone. And forever be grateful that Momentum gave me that chance. Momentum's definitely made me move forward to love God. But I think loving others and loving and serving the world is, I've always kind of had, but Momentum, it's definitely strengthened that. Church on Sunday is just one piece of the pie, and then you have the Mo groups, and it's a couple hours hanging out with just awesome people, and keeps that energy level and keeps that enthusiasm going right into the weekend. It's such an awesome experience.